Okay, now we're going to find linear factors, which is different. Yesterday we were finding factors that were x squared. This one's linear. So let's start. Say we had, let's try, whoops, sorry about that, x cubed plus x squared minus 21x minus 45. Now, they're still going to give you one of the x-intercepts, so you're going to be given an x-intercept. So cool. I know one of the x-intercepts is -3. Cool. So, I am not finding all the other x-intercepts, although I could. I'm finding the linear factors. Now, I know one of the factors already has to be x plus 3, because that's the one that goes with that, right? So let's see if we can find the rest of the factors. So I have -3. Then I have 1, 1, -21, and -45. Coolness. 1 drops down, I get -3. Add those together, I get -2. Multiply, negative times negative is positive. Lo and behold, I have -15. Negative times negative is positive. And we know it has to be 0 because this is an x-intercept. They told us it was an x-intercept. It has to be 0 because the remainder is 0. Now then, the factor that we have right here is x plus 3, x squared minus 2x minus 15. But we want only linear factors. See, this is a quadratic factor, this guy right here. We don't want this one. So this one's okay, it's linear. So let's see if we can factor this into its two groups. Remember how to factor? Has to multiply to be -15 and add up to be -2. So two numbers that multiply to be -15 would be -5 and +3. So -5 times +3 is -15, and then they add up to be -2. Yay! So, linear factors, we did it. These are linear factors. Check. Okay, let's do it again. Here we go. Let's try 8x to the third plus 50x squared plus 47x minus 15. And we're going to be given one x-intercept is -5. So if I'm given an x-intercept, that means I already know one of the factors is going to be x plus 5, right? But I have to find all three factors. How do I know there's 3? Because there's a 3 right there. This tells me how many x-intercepts there are, tells me how many factors there are. We can do it. Okay, so -5, outside and front. 8, 50, 47, and 15. Okay, so the 8 drops down, and then we multiply. -40, well that's easy. Then we add, that'd be 10. That'd be -50, and then we add, that's -3, and then we multiply. Negative times negative is positive, and 0. It has to be 0, it's an x-intercept. So what's the factor here? This 8, x squared plus 10x minus 3. So you're going to have to factor that guy. And remember, you have to find numbers that multiply to be the front and multiply to be the back. You have to multiply to be the front, multiply to be the back, add up to be the middle. So I know 4 times 2 makes the front, so we're going to say 4x and 2x. That is easy smeezy. Now, we know that in order to get that guy, we were going to need a -3, right? Yeah. Let's see, we're going to need a -3 and a +1, or else a -1 and a +3. Now, it doesn't matter which one you choose. I mean, you just have to try until you get it to add up in the middle. So let me show you. If I do this, the inside would be -6, and the outside would be +4. That doesn't add up to be 10. That ain't it. So, what if we try -1 and +3? Okay, now the inside is -2x, and the outside is 4 times 3, that's 12x. 12, that's 10. See, that makes this middle number. So, we have all the linear factors. Remember what? Linear factors are just, y equals mx plus b, and that's what we have here. mx plus b, mx plus b. 1x is m is 1, 1x plus 5. So we got all three factors. Booyah! Do it again. One last time, and then you should be able to do your homework. Here we go. X cubed plus 9x squared minus 7x minus 63. Oh boy. Remember, they give us an x-intercept, and that x-intercept is -9. Oh boy. So -9 is one of the x-intercepts. That means I know one of my factors is x plus 9, obviously, right? Linear factors is what we're looking for. So here's 1, there's 9, there's -7, there's -63. First one drops down. Then I multiply. Then I add. 0 times anything is 0. Now I'm adding, so that's -7. That times that's +63. Lo and behold, it has to be a 0 because it's an x-intercept. So what do I have here? This is x squared. Remember, it's 1 less than this. If this is 3, that's 1. X squared minus 7. So that is quadratic. And I have to find numbers that make this multiply out. And we did this yesterday. We know how to solve this. We would say x squared equals 7, and then take a square root. That means x is square root of 7. So that means x plus the square root of 7 and x minus the square root of 7 are the linear factors. How can that be? Well, this is mx plus b. This is 1x plus 9. 9 is just the place where it starts on the x-axis, on the y-axis, excuse me. It goes off like that. And this one is 1x plus square root of 7. Well, square root of 7 is down here somewhere, and it goes off that direction. 1x minus, see, that one's down here, negative. So it's still, we've got 3 linear equations. We did it. We found the 3 factors. And remember, the reason we know there are 3 is that. So if it was a 4, there'd have to be 4 factors. If it was a 5, you'd have to find 5 factors. And that is today's homework. You should be able to do no problem. Later.